Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lena Lord. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe and join the party because a lot of good conversations that's going on here. So we talk a lot about personal development, personal finances, overall becoming a better you, being 20 something and having a quarter life crisis, or 30 something or 40 something or 50 something. Either way, we talk about life and money here, and it's a good time and it's positive energy. So I think you should subscribe if you're new to the party. Okay, it's been a while since we did one of these videos and I'm really excited to do them because I know that you all really love the side hustle ideas. If you're trying to create another stream of income for yourself, you have clicked on the correct video. If you don't know who I am, I'm a serial entrepreneur, a finance enthusiast. My educational background and 9-to-5 career is in accounting and finance, but in 2019, towards the end of 2019, I 100% left the corporate world alone to focus on entrepreneurship and investment endeavors full time, and I haven't looked back since. So I know a thing or two about creating different streams of income for yourself. I know that it isn't always easy, but the steps can be simple. I'm really passionate about it, so I'm so excited to share some ideas with you today. Let's get into it. The first side hustle idea that I have for you is one for the gals who really love going to weddings and love attending weddings. Okay, this is going to be a wedding content creator or content generator for the day. Now hear me out. I kind of made this up, so I don't know if it exists. Maybe it does somewhere in the world, but on the day of the wedding, the bride is super busy, the groom is super busy, the whole bridal party, the family of the bride, everyone's got their duties, and the guests are there to enjoy themselves and also to just congratulate their friends, love on them, support them, and just have a good old merry time. No one's really thinking about creating viral TikToks or trendy TikToks on the day of, but I think it goes without saying that vertical short form videos have completely taken over social media, period. So as a wedding content creator or wedding content generator, I don't know what we're gonna call this title, you go ahead with your creativity, sprinkle some razzle dazzle on it, sis. I know, like you always do, but essentially what you're gonna do is have a meeting with the bride and the groom prior to. You're gonna come up with some fun, cute social media ideas that you can create for the bride and the groom. You know, it's coming from a good quality cell phone, but not like a DSLR that costs $5,000 and it comes with all these super cool transitions and all this extra stuff. You know, on platforms like TikTok, simple content performs the best. On Instagram as well, like yes, expensive equipment does create beautiful content for Instagram, but also things that are trendy just trend. Things that are trendy just perform well. And a professional photographer and professional videographer aren't really gonna have time to be getting you the beautiful, high quality wedding video that you paid thousands of dollars for, and also worry about making 10 to 15 viral TikTok transitions and trends. I'm gonna put in some examples of some video ideas that I'm talking about. Essentially, the premise here is to give the bride and groom some content that they can share right after their wedding or a few days after their wedding, because we know professional photos and video takes time, and then there's also revisions back and forth, and sometimes your wedding video is way longer than what you can share on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. And I think the people that would be great for this type of service are content creators or just people who are active on social media. It's also content from the point of view of your guests. You know, you can get everyone involved on the TikTok, maybe do some viral dance trends, and you can make it really, really fun. A service like this, I think you can easily charge $500. Let me know if you are a bride-to-be, you recently got married, you plan to get married one day. Let me know if $500 for a service like this is something that you would pay for. To have someone come in on your wedding day and create all the content so that you're not worried about getting the transitions, come in with the camera and do all the cool transitions for you and create content, worry about getting all the content for you on your special day so that you don't have to focus on that. You can just genuinely soak up the moment, and you know that there is someone who's gonna take care of getting the cool transitions for you. Let me know if this is something that you would pay for, because I feel like $500 is well worth the investment. You can put some clauses maybe in your contract that say that a meal, hors d'oeuvres, and and beverages are included on the day of, so that if you're there for about 8 hours, you're not starving and hangry. You can really enjoy yourself. And who doesn't love just being a part of a beautiful, joyous celebration of love while helping the bride and groom out? And you never know who you might meet at these events as well. It could be amazing for networking. Some ideas on getting started: I would say use Canva to create some sort of pitch deck for yourself that just goes over what your rates are, what the service is, and kind of introduces you and the service in a little bit more depth for people who might not understand the concept straight off the bat. And then I would create a separate email with your business name so that you look a little bit more professional. You know, you don't want to reach out to potential brides and grooms from your personal email address, but something with your business name. And then I would search for people who are active on social media. I would go after the people who are active on social media and are posting their engagement photos, because engagement photos tell you that a wedding is on the way. And search for things like "I said yes" as a hashtag, or 2023 bride as a hashtag, or soon to be bride. I don't know what wedding hashtags are, but you get the gist. Start searching for them on both Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and reach out to them via email explaining what your service is and what you can provide for them. You might also want to search Toronto bride to be if you're located in Toronto, or New York bride to be, Miami bride to be, because this is a service that you're going to have to be in person to provide. Let's say you did one wedding a weekend. For potential earnings, you're looking at about $2,000 a month. Perhaps you have one tier of your service where you just record the content for your bride and groom, and then you have another tier of your service where you not only record the content, but you put together the content to create the TikToks for them, so that the bride and groom have the option to like put their own music on it, put their own sound on it, put their own trending audio on it as they please. You can also have different tiers for the amount of content that you will create. Maybe 10 reels is one price, or 20 reels is another price, 30 reels is another price. You can mix and match and bundle your services accordingly, but I think that $500 at minimum is a great place to start. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you're a bride-to-be, you just got married, or you plan on getting married one day, if you think $500 for this kind of service is realistic and fair. I definitely think that's a viable price point, and if we're comparing it to how much photographers and videographers charge for their services on the day of, I think that $500 is actually pretty reasonable and on the cheaper side of services and vendors on the day of a wedding. The next side hustle idea is something I've mentioned on my channel before, but I feel like there's another opportunity to go even more in depth, and that is to sell digital products. However, if you don't have a following already, some people could find this a little bit difficult to sell a digital product. There are platforms like Etsy, where it's already a marketplace with 96 million active users. Okay, you can upload your digital products on sites like Etsy. And the thing that's great about this is that you don't need a social media following already. There's already a marketplace similar to Amazon. It's actually the 4th largest growing e-commerce platform behind Apple, Chewy, and Amazon. And out of those 96 million users, they're spread out across 235 countries, and most of those users are in the United States. What you're gonna do is create digital templates and files off of Excel. You could use Photoshop, you could use Canva, and sell those templates on platforms like Etsy. And what Etsy does is automatically fulfill those orders. So it ends up being passive income once you set yourself up and you've uploaded your files using related keywords and you start ranking on SEO. I've personally bought a template off of social media before. It was a social media template and it was bomb. And I think I paid about $20 or $10 or something like that. But the user that I bought it from had thousands of purchases. So if you think about it, let's say you even just get 1,000 and you're selling this for $20. That's 20,000 uploads that you didn't have to fulfill. You didn't even use money to create, because Canva is free, Notion is free, Photoshop isn't free, but if you already have it, you already have it. Excel isn't technically free either, but if you already have it, you already have it. Regardless, you're using these softwares that you're already comfortable with and familiar with to create a template and sell it on Etsy. Now, it doesn't only have to be templates. It could be ebooks, it could be print on demand merch, it could be multiple things, but essentially you want to choose something that you don't have to physically fulfill, because it gets kind of difficult when you're dealing with shipping and handling as a business owner. Believe me, I've been there, done that, and I have no desire to go back to that life. Not in this 2023 with different options to make money online, honey. If I had the option to not have to deal with shipping and handling, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. If I had the option to make money elsewhere, I'm gonna choose elsewhere, because shipping and handling is the ghetto, especially if you live in Canada like myself, and majority of your customers are in the States. Shipping and handling is ghetto. Okay, so in terms of potential earnings, we're looking at high numbers here. You can even search for yourself. If you go on Google and you search social media templates, Etsy, or even hang tags and marketing material for, let's say you have a hair extension business, they've got so many products on Etsy. It's a whole marketplace. If you're not already shopping on Etsy, babe, I promise you, you are missing out just a little bit, because there's a lot of gems on Etsy, and the users on Etsy, they're sitting on a gem. They're benefiting, babe. They are benefiting. Do not sleep on Etsy, because there's a whole lot of opportunity, a whole lot of value, and a whole lot of business going on the Etsy, honey. This next side hustle idea is more of an umbrella, and then there are multiple subcategories underneath this umbrella. But essentially, I'm seeing a trend that's happening these days where there are so many online business owners. Now, I think that the pandemic has a lot to do with this and has affected the amount of new online business owners that have been created, because I've been doing online business for quite some time now. Before I even quit my corporate job, I was already doing online business. I'm talking like maybe 8 years ago or so, and there weren't this many online business owners. No, but these days there are a lot. A lot of people are either new to entrepreneurship and are choosing to do it online because the cost of entry is low, or some people are not new to entrepreneurship, but they're new to doing it online because maybe the pandemic affected their brick and mortar shop and they recognize opportunity to reach a global audience, so they're moving their brick and mortar in-person business online. Either way, whether they're new to entrepreneurship or they're new to the online aspect of it, they need support. Online business owners, check in, babe, check in. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm checking up on you. I'm asking, are you okay? Because I know you could probably use some support. A lot of entrepreneurs could probably always use some support. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But here's the thing. There are quite a few different areas of support that almost every online business owner is going to need help with if they don't already have someone in that position. I'm talking some sort of assistant, whether that's an executive assistant, a virtual assistant, a personal assistant, an assistant to the owner of the business. Also, almost every business that's operating online these days is going to need some sort of social media presence. A social media manager is something that's really helpful. If we're talking about content creators, YouTubers specifically, they're going to need a video editor. If you're talking about entrepreneurs who have a online community, like maybe they have a subscription-based community, they're going to need something like a community manager. And I'm literally using all these examples because these are people who I have had on my team to help me to run my online business. The great thing about a business like this is that oftentimes you can take on more than one client. You can set your own prices and your own hours, and you're also able to learn a ton from someone else who's already owning and operating their own business. So what you're going to do is create, once again, a Canva deck. You don't always have to have an entire website, although there are ways that you can do so with Canva, create a website. But essentially, I've seen people just send me a deck and a personalized email explaining to me who they are, what they do, what they offer, and some examples of their work. That should be great enough, especially if you are reaching out to business owners to help them with their business. You don't necessarily need an entire website for something like that. I'm not looking at you like, hey, this girl's unprofessional because why doesn't she have a website if she wants to be my social media manager? I just need to know, do you know how to manage a social media account? And if you do, put those examples together on your Canva deck, your pitch deck or whatnot, and send it out. I feel like this would be a great video opportunity, but let me not commit to it yet until I see if this is something that you guys would find valuable, because there's so many things that you can do with Canva. I talk about this often inside of the Good Girls Gone Boss society, we had quite a few calls on the different things that you can do with Canva. But essentially what you're gonna wanna do is put together a portfolio of who you are, what you do, and some examples of your work, and reach out to business owners and see if they could use your services. That's it for this video. Those are just a few side hustle ideas that I thought would be helpful. I hope this video was helpful to at least one person. If it was helpful to you, please hit that thumbs up button and let me know what side hustles you're creating this year or have created and have been successful at. I would love to know in the comments down below. Love you guys so much. Love you to the moon and back. Be true to you. Mwah. Bye.